So hello everyone, this is Thursday, August 11, 2022, and as usual we are doing the Hindu Daily Edition news analysis, right? So first we'll be identifying the most important news and it will be followed by a detailed discussion of the same. So let's see what are the most important news with respect to our examination. Okay, so center releases 1.16 lakh crores to state. We'll see why it has released. It must be the GST compensation, I think. Okay, SC to take a plea to ban convicts from poll for life. Okay, we'll see this very briefly. And Justice UU Lalit has been appointed at 49th CJI, and the 50th one as being projected is Justice DY Chandrachud, right? Okay, so there is nothing here. Mm-hmm. Okay, then again there is nothing here. Mm-hmm. This is the Mysore Palace, no? Nine Elephant led Abhimanyu being accorded to Mysore Palace. Yes, I have been here. I have actually I have also walked on this road, so therefore I remember this. This is a long road. From this side it enters and it goes like this and then comes out like this. And there's a grand exit there from where Abhimanyu will go out. Okay. Remain of cannon found in Kerala. Okay. Okay. Okay, Mr. Laharia. So there would be the demand for a general health service like this. Yes. Look. Okay. Integrated intervention in general health. Look, he has a definite point to say, and that we must include in our answer. But every time he comes with the same point, so we don't have to read it every time. Uncle Volte face Nitish Kumar will find convincing voters more difficult than finding a lies. Okay, not required. Words of wisdom, not required. Fair and square, not required. Global vision for G20, very important. Grammar of VIP security. Okay, we'll see this very briefly if required. Mm-hmm. New US bill on climate action, we'll see the gist and then see what we have to. If required, we'll go inside. The approval of electricity amendment bill, very important. We'll see the gist. Okay. We'll see this. We'll see this, what ECI has to say. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay, we'll see this. Okay, now we are on the sports page, so possibly we don't have exam related important news here, right? So let's see and analyze the most important news. So center would be has released 16 lakh crore to state. The 2 month due in one go to ease the constraint after end of GST compensation. You know that GST compensation has ended, but it has been extended as well, right? So Bihar has got about 13,000 crores, 12,000 crores. Okay. Equivalent to 2 monthly installment of tax devolution. Okay. Soon after the expiry of assured GST compensation from state, economics expect to move to give states twice the monthly share of net proceeds of union taxes and duties for August to bolster their cash flow and nudge them into planning existing. Okay, executive capital expenditure. Okay, the development assumes significance as assumed. Some Chief Minister raised concerns about the dwindling resources and sought more funds from center through extension of GST compensation period and higher share in the divisional pool of taxes at Niti Aayog Governing Council meeting chaired by Narendra Modi. Okay, fine. The normal monthly devolution was about 58,332 crores, which has been now crore. The finance ministry said 1.16 lakh crore has been released in line with the commitment of Government of India to strengthen hands of state to accelerate their capital development and expenditure. Tax revenue have been buoyant so that there is good move from center to provide incentive to the state to push discretionary spending, which is largely on capex, capital investment project. In last 2 years, we have seen states hold back a bit on such spending meet to their committed expenses such as salary, pension first. With more fund at their disposal now, they can consider such discretionary steps. Okay, fine. So you understand. So Union government has released 2 installment of tax devolution. This is not the GST compensation cess, but this is the tax devolution that taxes are devolved by 2 steps, right? Union to states devolves by either finance commission grants or by divisional pool of taxes. Okay, so this is what it is. Okay, now let's see if anything else is there on this page. Okay, there is this news. Convicts from Paul for life. Just know this thing, there has been a case like this. If this comes, the decision comes, then only we'll see what it is. Supreme Court at Wednesday said it considered a plea seeking lifetime ban on convicted people. Lifetime ban on people convicted of offences from contesting election and becoming MPs. As per now, what it is 6 years, right? After the term is over now, but it is thinking of lifetime. Okay, and let's see how it unfolds. We'll wait for it. So I don't think there was any news on these pages. Directly we need to go to editorial page. There were 2 editorials, yes. A new global vision for G20. A shift is required from commitments on aid and trade to collaboration around science and technology. So the view is that shift is required from commitment on aid and trade to science and technology. Okay, background: pandemic. Other background: space technology. Okay, green technology, these requirements, etc. These are the backgrounds. Mukul Sanwal, I think he was the representative of India at UN, no? Former UN diplomat, yes. While India has taken clear view of the role of G20, there is a concern that the agenda, theme and focus area in which India will set for 2023 lacks vision. The G20 plays important role in shaping, strengthening global architecture and governance of all major international economic issues. It recognizes the global prosperity is interdependent and economic opportunities and challenges are interlinked. The challenges to craft a new approach to overcome acute global discord. Okay. However, according to the Ministry of External Affairs, 190 meetings, India will strengthen international support for priorities of vital importance to developing countries in diverse social and economic sectors ranging from energy, agriculture, trade, digital economy, health, environment to employment, tourism, anti-corruption and women empowerment, including in focus areas that impact the most vulnerable and disadvantaged. Very important, learn it. Without specificity, India has a India has lost a chance to nudge G20 and regional organization towards its focus area, collaboration and commitments. The fractured world makes trade-offs. The essence of current multilateralism. Very good line. Difficult and suggests a new model for international cooperation. The first, multilateral commitments on aid and trade are faltering. Governance in a world that is steadily becoming more equal needs institutional innovation. This is because the role of United Nations and World Trade Organization in securing cooperation between donor and recipient country group is losing centrality. There are now three socio-economic systems: the G7, China, Russia, and India, and others. And they will join set global agenda. Second, Ukraine long shadow, rival finance, expanding influence of trade and value chain dominated by US and China, and reluctance of developing okay. I think China is not there in G20. No, China is there in G20. Okay, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Modi ji was specially invited in G7. Okay, countries to take side in strategic competition as they have real choice requires fresh thinking on nature and formed collaboration from G20. Third, primary role of G20, which accounts to 95% of world patents, 85% of global GDP, 75% of international trade, 65% of world population need to be reoriented to prevent clash of ideas to determinant of the global good. The solution lies in the new conceptual model seeking agreement on agenda limited to principle rather than long negotiated anodyne text. The Rio Declaration of 1992 is an appropriate model. For example, incorporating three major priorities of each of the group as part of global agenda will inform smaller grouping countries which have issues based linkages and overlap between them instead of struggling for meaningful agreement on single concern group which are not even talking to each other. Yes. Common concern. India should seek collaboration on limited focus areas around science and technology. Building on resolutions of the UNGA and other multilateral bodies, new conceptual framework is needed. First, presumed equality, that we are all in the same boat, recognized in the case of climate change, need to be expanded to other areas. Okay. With global impact redefining common concern. Second, emerging economies are no longer considered as source of problem, needing external solutions, but source of solutions to share problem. Third, okay, BRICS provide an appropriate model for governance institution suitable for 21st century, where a narrow group of states dominated by one power will not shape the agenda. The starting point should be building on global consensus in Vienna Declaration on Human Rights, reaffirming the indivisibility of human rights. There is a growing recognition of economic and social rights. For example, 2030 Agenda on Sustainable Development, ensuring adequate food, housing, education, health, water and sanitation and work from all should guide. Okay. International cooperation. Principles of common but CBDR, common but differentiated responsibility from Paris Deal for improving quality of life of all households can guide the deliberation in other fora on problem that seems intractable in multilateralism. Okay. Second, the global agenda has been titled towards investment, whereas science and technology are driving force of economic diversification, sustainably urbanizing the world, and ushering the hydrogen economy and new crop variety as the answer to human well-being and global climate change. Innovation supports dematerializing production and consumption, and moving towards renewable sources of energy. The shift in lifestyle in post-war period created urban jobs in service and retail that made up for losing the losses to high productivity manufacturing and climate change. A forum to exchange experiences on societal benefit and growth as complementary goals would lead to fresh thinking on employment and environment. Third, harnessing the potential of the digital information technology revolution requires redefining digital access to universal service that goes beyond physical connectivity to sharing specific opportunity available. For global society to reap the fruits of new sector of network technology, open access software should be offered for more cost effective service delivery of etc. Fourth, space is the next frontier for finding the solution of problem to natural resource management etc. Earth observation data will require regional integration convoy. Okay, fine. Open access geospatial data and all those things should be open. Fifth, public health, obviously, as I have said, look, I have mentioned this point earlier also. Pandemic, space tech, green tech, all three things has been covered up here, right? So things, look, if once you understand the basic premises of debates and discussions of the contemporary world, then you will most of these articles you will understand very easily. That's why I say that you always look at the big picture, what is happening, not that you look at the smaller things, smaller detail, and you don't understand what exactly is happening. Today, if we talk about science and technology, the paradigm of environmentalism, that is green revolution in green technology, revolution in food programs, revolution in urbanization and sanitation, revolution in your say health aspect, revolution in space technology, revolution in artificial intelligence, revolution in nanotechnology, revolution in your biotechnology, these things, revolution in computers and IT. Okay, these things are in debates and discussions, right? So you must know these things. Whenever you talk about science and technology, you have to write on these things, then only you will get marks, else you won't get marks. A major global challenge is to find strategic thinking sinks, and strategic thinking has always been their overriding priority to development and suggest avoiding and all those things are there. Lastly, a global finance transaction tax considered by G20 in 2011 need to be revived to pay green technology fund for least developed countries. Okay. Know these things. It's very good to know things, right? But always know the basic premises of a discussion. Whenever we look from economy to science and tech, this is the basic premise of this entire discussion for G20, right? Economy means trade and commerce, okay, aid to countries. From here you have to move from to development or say sustainable development, right? And there are basic premises of science, there are basic premises of economy and governance. You take both here, right? And then you study and compare things, you'll get your answers there. If checks are carried out before the arrival of VIP and access control is ensured after, assassination are largely preventable. Okay, just know this thing then. He has actually very well summarized the article in the caption itself. Okay, let's move forward. The new US bill on climate action. Let's see the gist first, what it is, because in the explainer page, gist is a very good thing. Okay, let's see. US Senate approved a bill titled Inflation Reduction Act. IRA has a special focus on climate, healthcare, tax provision to address inflation. The bill marks the largest American investment aimed toward making US a leader in clean energy. Very good. It provides a tax deduction to low and middle income households to go electric and seek to lower the energy bills of US households. For disadvantaged low income community and tribal community, bill provides funding benefits from zero emission technology. It also imposes fee on methane leaks from oil and gas drilling. Very good. However, climate advocates criticize the bill for coupling development of renewable energy with causes the global warming, with land leasing for oil and gas. What it has written, for coupling the development of renewable energy which is the cause of global warming. No, renewable energy is not the cause of global warming. No, non-renewable energy, it has misprinted with land. And okay, fine, just know this thing that there has been a bill. India also has a bill. We have a law instead. The uproar over Electricity Amendment Bill 2022. What is the problem? The Power Ministry at Union introduced this bill on August 8 in Lok Sabha. The bill opposed by farmer group as they fear that bill will lead to stopping subsidies the power distribution will thereafter be under control of private companies. Opposition party questioned the bill on federalist principle as electricity is a subject which come on the concurrent list. Okay, very important point. Know this thing. One of the main changes in the bill is proposal for central intervention in areas power distribution domain under state government. Again, this is center's encroachment on powers of state. Right. Let's see other news. There was this news. Credibility of UN sanction regime at all-time low. She is Ruchira Kamboj. Okay, she is our new permanent representative of India to UN, and she has replaced whom? She has replaced T.N. Trimurti. Right. The credibility of United Nations sanctions regime is all-time low in India. Okay. India said on Tuesday, taking aim at China, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and United Nations Secretariat over selectively and double standard against terrorism, delivering a speech sharply critical of UN processes at UNSC on threats to international peace and security caused by terrorist act, where she did not name the country. India UN envoy Ruchira Kamboj took exceptions to China's decision to place and hold on terror listing the glorification of terror act by Pakistan and Taliban regime in Afghanistan for providing shelters to terror group including ISIL Khorasan, which was behind the act on Gurudwara in Kabul. In particular, she slammed UN Secretary General's report on terrorism that has in section on threats in Central and South Asia referred only to ISIL-K and not to allied groups that target India, which New Delhi has been providing information on. It is puzzling to us that SG's report chose not to take notice of activities of several proscribed groups in the region, especially those that have been repeatedly targeting India. Selective filtering of inputs from member states is uncalled for, she said, and added that linkages between groups listed by the UNSC such as Lashkar-e-Toiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed pose a direct threat to the peace and stability in the region. In a reference to Dawood Ibrahim, the ambassador's speech also warned that crime syndicates turning the terror received special hospitality in neighboring countries despite being listed by UNSC. Deep disappointment. India expressed deep disappointment with UNSC sanction regime against the Al-Qaeda and Islamic State, which was first to put into place in late 1990s and then updated as a part of global war on terrorism. Okay, and all those things are there. Give it a read. I don't think that is very important. Just I wanted you to know that she is our new envoy to UN, and India also questions the credibility of the UN, right? It does not go and just say be a yes boy to them. Okay, freebies can be lifesaver during dire times, says ECI. Paul Body responds to plea by Supreme Court seeking ban on political party promising freebies during election. What is considered freebies in normal times can be life-saving during disaster. Okay, the Paul Body was giving the top court stake on petition filed by advocate this Ashwini Upadhyay ban on the practice of polling parties from promising irrational freebies, especially during election, to garner vote. Okay, so just know this concept, and this is correct also, na, that the definition of a thing changes with time, right? So definition of freebies may be freebies during normal time, but it can be a lifesaver during other time. Like you see this pandemic vaccine, right? The corona vaccine. During in normal time, if you take even a polio vaccine, you have to pay for it, but when there is a dire case of say like corona, then what you do? We got free vaccines from the government, right? So it goes like this. I think with this we have come to end now. Yes, there was one news of RBI. Yes, here it is. RBI targets unfair methods in digital lending with new norms. Okay, lending business to be carried out only by regulated entities, says central bank. RBI on Wednesday issued the first set of guidelines for digital lending to crack down illegal activities by certain players. This follows the recommendation of the working group on digital lending that has submitted its reports recently. As per the new norm, all loan disbursals and repayment will be required to be executed only between the bank account of the borrower and regulated entity, such as bank or non-bank NBFCs, without any pass-through or pool account of lending service providers or any third party. Standing in the digital lending channel that has become prominent in recently, the RBI said concern has also emerged, which, if not mitigated, may erode the confidence of member of public in the area of digital lending ecosystem. The concern related to unbridled engagement of third-party mis-selling, breach of data. Okay, the concern related to unbridled engagement of the third-party mis-selling, breach of data privacy, unfair business conduct, charging exorbitant interest rate, and unethical recovery practices. A standard key fact statement must be provided to the borrower before executing the loan contract. The RBI in the circular said, okay, so there is a standardized key fact statement must be provided, right? The norms prohibit any automatic increase in credit limit without borrower's consent. They also allow a cooling off period in which borrowers can exit loan by paying the principal and proportionate annual percentage and penalty. Okay, the framework is based on principle that lending business can be carried out only by entity regulated either by RBI or entity permitted to do so under any law RBI added. Okay, so the gist of the article is that either regulated entities can lend, plus certain conditions are there, like you have to give them the standardized key fact statements and all those things, and or agencies mandated for such thing under any other law, right? The two things are there. A very good step by RBI, because such lending may obviously, if unregulated, lead to customer unsatisfaction and customer dissatisfaction and erosion of the trust, right? And we know that trust is very important in this market. Okay, fine. So with this, we have come to end of today's newspaper analysis. I hope you like it. If you like it, consider subscribing the channel, liking the content, commenting and sharing the work with your friends, family and other. Okay, now it's time to say a goodbye to you. So goodbye all, good luck, study hard and Jai Hind. So friends, I really hope that you like this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe our channel and share this video with your friend. Follow us on Telegram as well. Also, keep studying hard, keep following your dreams and keep tuned to our channel. Comment below for any suggestion. Till then, goodbye, good luck, keep studying hard.